Okay, welcome to showcase number 84, I believe. We are growing ever closer to 100 and ever closer to cooler stuff. So today we have a bunch of different stuff to go over, primarily coins. Coins are going to take up about a 10-minute section of today's showcase. I apologize about that, but it is pretty cool in my opinion. It's something that we've been waiting on for a little while now. Initially, we were going to use the kind of World of Warcraft style interface only 3-coin type currency system. In other words, we were just going to have copper, silver, and gold-ish coins with some different names. But I thought that was a little bit lame, and a lot of other people did too. So we came up with this different system, and I've implemented it as essentially an interactable item-based currency system, which is cool. And I'll go more in depth on that in the clip itself. Uh, Otherwise, we also have some new tile sets, which are going to be going over first, actually, I think, not second. And those are pretty cool too. I'm a huge fan of those. The stone tile set, I think, ended up a little bit too similar to another game's tile set. I don't know exactly why. However, we're looking into that and I'll get that fixed. But whatever the case, it's still really good. I really love that artist. He's a great guy and he makes great work. So I'm hyped to show that off. And finally, if you guys haven't noticed already, or if anyone has noticed at all, I'm not entirely sure how much of a difference it makes. I don't hear myself talk. I got a new microphone. So I think that's like a $40 microphone. It's certainly a little bit better than my headset microphone at the very least. And if nothing else, it definitely makes me feel cooler doing these videos. So long story short, new microphone. If it sounds softer, cool. If it doesn't, at least it makes me feel a little bit cooler making these showcases. Either way, I'm super happy with it, and I'm super happy to be able to record these today. Either way, I think we're about ready to get into the first clip, so I'll leave you my past stuff, and I hope you enjoy the showcase. Bye. Alright, so for this clip, we're going to be talking about tile sets. So tile sets are something that we haven't touched in a little while now. Tile sets are something that I haven't really touched at all, in fact, since some of the beginning showcases. So I recently went ahead and got a bunch of work done. We have 5 new tile sets total, 4 of which are original, 1 of which is a copy or a modification of an existing one that he also made, and 3 of which we're going to be showing off today. The other 2, the one of which is a copy, they're going to be shown off later just because I have to have some work done. So sand is to the right here, grass is to the north, and dirt is to the left. I recognize I used a cardinal direction there and left and right. It's a little wonky, but whatever the case. Those are the 3 we're going to be looking at today. I got grass done a little while ago. Dirt and sand are new. There's also a stone path with both a rough border and a I guess bordered border. It's sort of like a brick border, but again, those have to have some more work done in them. We also have torches. Torches are not animated yet, or rather, they don't have their animations implemented yet, I should say. They do have animations, I just didn't have the time. I recognize that sounds like a small thing, but I just didn't really feel like doing more stuff with icons after implementing 70-ish tiles and their icon names and all that labeling stuff. And same with their offsets. I just tossed their lighting on them because I figured it would look cool. And it really does, in my opinion. I'm really happy with how they turned out. I think the day-night cycle looks really good with these torches and along with myself. And later on, I'll show you guys the kind of blending effect it has when I walk near another light source. I think it looks really good, especially on torches and not other people. We're also going to go over in just a second and check out these crystal plants to the top left, which are going to be, if you guys recognize, or not recognize, but remember the crystals from the beginning few showcases. There were some crystal-ish looking nodes that weren't actual nodes. They're just these little decoration blocks that sit around the map, and you can destroy them with a click, but either way, up here we have more of them, basically. They're just kind of here to sit around. I might in the future make them into herbs, so I would have to get some growth states made for those, but for right now, they're just there to sit there and look pretty. They're just little plants made of crystal. So we have a mushroom, we have some little church bell-esque plants, and we have another one that's not shown here because they're randomized on spawn. So that's that. It's not a big deal. You'll see it eventually, I'm sure. Either way, I think that's really cool. I'm really, really happy with how these turned out. I think they're super stylistic, and even though I did dread after, again, 70 or so tiles having to implement them all, it was hell, but I think it turned out really well, and I'm super happy about it. We do have some optimizations coming. So previously in a couple showcases, I've shown off huge swaths of tiles on islands and so on. So those had some problems with them, mainly because I was using the wrong type for those. And I had to make some adjustments, but we now have, not in this clip, but after this clip, we have some actual optimization for tile behavior. Now they don't lag when you have a million on the screen, which is obviously very good, and the auto tiling behaves properly, as you'd probably expect it to. That's just kind of a reassurance because I know that some people were asking about that stuff, and it was just a mistake on my part, not like the engine or something like that. So anyway, all in all, we have optimizations for tiles, optimizations which will effectively make them playable, because previously they were very annoying. They would kind of stutter around and stuff. Again, my bad. That was kind of a stupid thing to do on my part, but or stupid mistake to make on my part. We have torches, so working lighting with those, I just have to add the offsets. We have new little decorations around the map. We have 5 new tile sets in total, not including, or including, I suppose, the bordered stone path tile set, and as well as this grass, dirt, sand combo, and the unmentioned other stone path tile set. All of which are super exciting, and I'm super excited to show them off for you guys. Either way, we are eventually, or right now, actually going to get into the coin section, so I hope you enjoy. Okay, so for this clip of the showcase, we're going to be talking about coins. If you guys were curious, for the past couple showcases, I've been doing kind of hands-on stuff for the more complex features and more complex flavors that I've been adding. So it's nothing too huge, nothing too big or worrisome. I just like to take a little bit more time on some of these things. And for this one in particular, it's a little bit lengthy. It's not too complicated, I would say, but it is, again, lengthy. So whatever the case, for that reason, I'm going to be jumping straight into it. I was working on guilds, and then I decided to work on coins because I wanted to revamp our currency already, and if I wanted to make guilds, which are inherently a kind of mercantile thing, then obviously I would need currency done first. So that's what I've been working on for today and a little bit of yesterday, and the guild stuff will come later, along with a couple other things that I'll mention in a minute. But anyway, I ask that you ignore this stuff in the top right now. I realize you couldn't see my mouse until just then. Not too big a deal, I wasn't touching anything, so... Anyway, ignore this text for right now. It's not a big deal. What I want to show off is instead this. So I also ask that you ignore this for just a moment. I promise we'll get to that. First, I want to show off these tabs. So I know they're simple, and I know we have tabs everywhere else, but this was a little bit of a complex thing to do because we only had one inventory, and I didn't really anticipate needing 2 inventories, moreover. So I had to kind of redesign some of our existing inventory code to allow for multiple inventories, and now that that's done, I can have as many inventories as I want. I don't really think that we'll need more than 2 right now, but you never know. Obviously, I was proving myself wrong by making this coin bag inventory, so, you know, best be prepared, right? Anyway, if we go in here, you'll notice first, I think, that this is more than double the size of our normal inventory. So coins will also stack to 999, and I am telling you with absolute certainty that you will probably not need more than 999 coins of a certain variety. However, you can if you want, and the reason this has such huge bag space is because you don't really need to inspect 999 individual versions of a single coin type, and also it's just kind of funny because you don't need the inspection space, and because you won't ever need this many inventory slots for coins, I figured why not, right? Anyway, so we do not just have iron coins implemented right now, and I will say, before anything else, our currency is not going to be iron coins. It's not going to be called iron coins. Later tomorrow, I'm probably going to ask the lore team to help me come up with a currency name, basically like a dollar bill or a euro or whatever else, right? I just want to come up with some sort of universal currency name, but for right now, we're just using iron coins. So I have 10 iron coins in my inventory right here, and we do have this small bug with slot numbers where they kind of jump over to the side whenever I click on them, but don't worry about that too much. It's not a big thing. Anyway, you can see when I click on this, it'll say each iron coin is worth 1 iron coin, as you'd expect, and your net worth is 10 iron coins. Because I have 10 iron coins, that's my net worth. Makes sense, right? This does get a little bit more complicated. So we have, like I said, multiple coin types implemented. So I tap this twice, and this spawns, for the record, 10 coins of a certain random chosen type every time I hit it. So you can see I picked up 10 more iron coin and 10 nictite coin. Now if I go ahead and click on 10 nictite coin, you can see my net worth has gone up substantially, and each nictite coin is worth 25 iron coin. So each one of these 10 nictite coins that I just picked up is worth 25 of these singular iron coins, right? And thus my net worth is 270 because I have 20 iron coins plus 250 equivalent in nictite. Now if I go ahead and spam this quite a bit, I can show off the other types. And you will notice that it's not saying 10 sometimes in the chat up here. Like you can see it says you picked up copper coin instead of you picked up 10 copper coin. That's just because I don't have any copper coin in my inventory when I first pick it up. It's a small bug, I guess. It's existed for a little while now, but typically it doesn't matter too much. You got to consider that you're probably going to be picking up coins 1 by 1, not 10 by 10. So, you know. Anyway, if I go ahead and click on, let's figure out how much cobalt is worth, right? Cobalt is this pretty blue color right here. And for the record, I do know they're kind of bright right now, but I wanted them to be distinct. You can see Nictite is a little bit too close to iron even, so I might brighten that up a little bit. Anyway, cobalt is worth 12 iron coin, and if I click on gold, gold is worth 10 iron coin. And either way, my net worth is 1400 iron coin. So you kind of probably get the idea of what I'm going for here. I want your net worth to be equivalent to 1 of the base value. Like it's kind of equalizing all of your coins value and pooling it together to show you how much you're worth, basically. And in the future, or I guess now, but I'm not going to show it off this time because it's too small a thing, we have a drop money command. And if you input, say, 526, it'll figure out the optimal way to drop 526 with the least number of expensive coins, if that makes sense. Anyway, so that's that. And I want to show off something else as well. This clip is kind of running on a little bit long, but one thing you might have noticed that I want to mention here is that these icons are not the same as these icons in here. So first of all, there is one thing here. So the overworld icon for the items, in this case it's a bag, typically it's always the same as the icon in the inventory. Now, I've kind of revamped this a little bit again, along with a lot of the inventory code in general, but specifically this, so that I can have a coin bag instead of just a stack of coins on the ground. That way it's a little bit harder for people to tell if someone's dropping gold or Nictite, and also it's a little bit more realistic. You don't just stack up some coins on the ground, right? You drop them in a bag. This way it's a little bit more secretive, you know, so people don't have to give away how rich they are necessarily. It'll say how much people are picking up, but, you know, this way it preserves that mystery, a little bit of it, right? And once I pick this up, it turns into the coin, and obviously in here, it is equivalent to the coin itself. Now, this brings me to my next point about icons in the inventory. Before it goes on too long, you can see, obviously, there are some different icons going on here. So this is also something new that I've, quote-unquote, revamped. I guess it's not really revamped if it didn't exist before, but either way, when you have 10 coin or less, or rather, I think it's 8 coin or less, it's a certain icon, and then when you hit, I believe, 16 or less, it is this icon. And as you go up and up, when you hit 20, you hit this icon. When you hit 40, you hit this icon. And I think it goes something like, it's in the range of 10, 20, 40, 80, 100, or something like that. So if I can just spam this a couple more times real quick, because I want to show you guys what happens when you get to 100, I'll just pick up all of these real quick. And hopefully we'll have 100 here. No, they're very evenly spread. Okay. I did this like 3 times in testing, and as you can see, I'm very lucky. Anyway, oh my, wow, all right. It's just trying to waste my time. Okay. Okay, there we go. It is a very even spread compared to what I tested. But you can see, if I can click on one of these real quick, just so it moves it over, it does expand the icon. So it caps at 100. It doesn't get any bigger after 100. But whatever the case, I think it's a cool little flavor fluff thing where as you get more money in a slot, obviously the slot should look bigger. I think that it helps kind of glance at it and see how much money you have. I'm not going to include more and more states as you get more and more money in that slot, just because I don't think it's necessary. If you have 100 Stellarite coins, that is a crazy amount of money. So it's very unlikely that you'll get 999 Stellarite coins. And I'm sure that there's going to be some dude out there saving up for 999 pennies. So I'm not going to worry too much about rewarding that guy. Whatever the case, that's that. Before we end this clip, I'm going to go over real quick how you get these coins. And I'm going to make it fast because it is going on a little bit long. But essentially, if you guys have ever played Spires, which I'm sure a lot of you have, there's a seller NPC. And what I'm kind of striving to do with a lot of things in Verdict is make OOC things excusable ICly. So the NPC is one of those things. And if you guys remember my very old showcases, the furnace is coming back soon. It's going to be in the next showcase. But essentially you take ore that you mine from veins, you put 3 in the furnace, and 3 of a single type will make a ingot of that type. So 3 gold ore will make a gold ingot. You can also make alloys and all this crazy crap, and that'll be its own thing that I show off soon. But for now, we'll just talk about the ingots. So say that I want to make gold coins, right? Say I want to make some money off of my gold ore, right? What you would do is you would go mine some gold ore, you would go smelt it into some gold ingots, and then finally when you are ready to turn that into money, you would take that to a guild. And these guilds have mints, which are very, very, very expensive crafting stations, basically. They're really hard to get, so only guilds can have them. And you take this and get to the guild, and you say, I want to turn this into gold coin. So they take it, they put it in their mint, and it turns into 10 gold coin. Ideally, the way that this will work is the guild will take some small cut, so maybe like a coin or two of that 10, and you'll get the rest. So let's say in an ideal world, you'll give them that gold ingot. They'll get 8 gold coins, and you get 8 gold coins, and they get 2 gold coins. That'd be kind of a steal. Anyway, you're sort of ideally recreating that seller NPC while also allowing people to turn in their money, or their ingots for money. I think that that's pretty cool, and I'm pretty excited about that. Hopefully you guys are too. I'm hopefully going to have some stuff to show off relating to that. Maybe not the mint itself, but at least the furnace and some other guild stuff next showcase. Either way, this single clip has gone on for 10 minutes, so unfortunately I gotta end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I look forward to the next one, or either the end of the video, depending on how long everything's gone on overall, and the position of this one in the video. Okay, so that's the end of today's showcase, at least. Obviously, today went on a little bit long, particularly in coins. I'm gonna make fun of myself for that quite a bit, but still, I'm really excited about that. I really am really happy with the tile sets we got done, all the stuff with coins, and more importantly, the base stuff that I'm actually hunting down artists for now. It's super exciting. I'm really exhilarated, to be honest, because that stuff is like not topical, granted, but to be able to work on things that aren't necessarily, gotta fix, this fundamental bug in our entire system, or gotta revamp the entire projectile code for angles or whatever else. To be able to work on something that's fun, enjoyable, and will ideally be seen by a lot of people, that people can point at and say, that's cute, or that's cool, I like how that looks, that kind of thing. I really enjoy doing stuff like that. I really enjoy doing behind the scenes stuff too, but to put it plainly, the upfront stuff tends to get a little bit more praise. So me being a bit of an animal in terms of praise, enjoying praise, that's really fun. I really enjoy doing stuff like that, and I think that the coins, as quote-unquote autistic as they are in this setting, I'm really happy with where they ended up, and I hope you guys will be too. That's, in my opinion, a really cool currency system that I would enjoy using, which is obviously what I strive for in everything that I do. I want to make something that I would have fun using, and hopefully that you guys will as well. I also think that it's pretty simple, so even if you aren't super into complex quote-unquote autistic systems, you have the opportunity to still use them. You don't necessarily have to go that far into it. So I'm very happy about all that. And again, hope you guys are too. I think that's everything for today. Like I said a couple times today, we are going to have some more tile sets soon. So the stone path and the bordered stone path are both being worked on still. Those are almost done though. Next showcase, I don't think I'm going to have the mint done, because that's going to be an icon on its own. But soon we'll have it done. And more importantly, we'll have more guild stuff done. So I don't know how much I'll have done by next showcase. I've done quite a bit, but probably not enough to make it a full showcase about guilds. That'll be my goal, though, over the weekend. Either way, I think that you guys will really like guilds. They haven't really been talked about a lot. Even in lore discussion, even by myself, really, I haven't really talked about my ideas for them anywhere. And they're going to be one of the biggest facets of the game. They're basically going to be the impromptu government led by the players, for the players, by the players, etc., and ad infinitum. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. And most importantly, I hope you guys really enjoyed my new microphone. I don't know how much of a difference it made, so feel free to let me know. Either way, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys look forward to the next showcase, where hopefully we'll have some even cooler stuff than today to show off. Have a good day.